All right, I wanted to give you a few tips on how to do this decimal push. I'm going to kind of show you some little tricks for as long as you can remember King Henry died by for base unit drinking chocolate milk, you should be able to move anywhere along this. And you can do it using decimal push and dimensional analysis. So I'm going to do a couple of examples with decimal push, and then I'll show you how you can do it with dimensional analysis. So if we go down to the first problem, it says 35 milliliters. So I'm going to write out 35 milliliters. And I want to convert it to deciliters. So if you go back up here, you find milliliters. It's right here. And I'm going to go to deci. So I have to go back 1, 2. So you come down here and you take this number and you go back 1, 2. And you end up with 0.35 deciliters. Or, oops, sorry. So equals 0.35 deciliters. Okay. And so then let's do number 2, 950 centigrams. So you go up here, centigrams, and where are we going? To kilograms. So let's erase this. Oh, it actually erases part of my... Okay. So centigrams is right here. And we are going to kilograms. So we need to go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you take your number and you go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You put your decimal and you replace the empty spots with 0. So it's 0.0095 0. This is not the right number of sig figs, but let's not worry about that right now. Okay, so now I'm going to do the 275. So 275 millimeters. So you go back up here. All right, let me erase this again. Okay, so millimeters to centimeters. So milli is here, and we're going to go to centi. So it's just 1 backwards. So 1 backwards. So 27.5 centimeters. Okay. I'm going to do 4 and 5 decimal push. And again, this whole worksheet was decimal push, but I do want to also show you how to do this using dimensional analysis, because that way is a little bit harder. So when I post the answer key, it will be all for decimal push, but I am going to show you the dimensional analysis way to move around in the metric system, because it is really important that you know how to do that. So, all right, 1,000 liters. So liters is a base unit. So let's erase this. Whoops, sorry. Liters is a base unit. So we are starting here and we're going to kiloliters. So 1, 2, 3 backwards. So you come down here and you go 1, 2, 3 backwards. And so your answer is 1 kiloliter. Okay. All right, last one doing decimal push. Let me see if I can undo what I just did. I'll just erase it. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, so 1,000. Oop, why is this happening? Sorry. All right. Okay, I'll get my pen. 1,000 milliliters, and we want to change that to liters. So I'll erase this again so we don't get confused. Remember, liters is considered a base unit, so we're starting at milli, and we're going 1, 2, 3 backwards. So you take your number and you go to the end of it and go 1, 2, 3 backwards. So 1 liter is your answer. Okay, now I know this is all decimal push, so when you finish this, you did decimal push, but I'm going to show you how you would do this doing dimensional analysis, because it is really important that you know how to figure out conversion factors. So here we go. So 4,500 milligrams, and then you set up your dimensional analysis. So the thing you don't want anymore goes on the bottom, and the thing you do want goes on the top. And you go, well, what is this conversion factor? Well, if you go up here, we have grams and milligrams. You always put the number 1 next to whoever is the furthest on the left-hand side. This will have us avoid using decimals. Okay, so the 1 is going to go next to whoever's the furthest on the left. So you go, okay, milli is, that's my son, Jack. He says hi. So milli's right here, okay, and gram is right here. Therefore, I'm going to put my 1 right here. So I'm going to say 1 gram. So 1 gram is, and then I take this over, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is 1,000 milligrams. Okay, so then it's 4,500 divided by 1,000, and you end up with 4, so milligrams cancel, and you end up with 4.5 grams. This is the dimensional analysis way to do it. So I'm actually going to post both answer keys, one with decimal push and one with dimensional analysis. And we have done dimensional analysis, so it is expected that you can do it both ways depending on what the question asks you. So 25 centimeters, 25 centimeters. So you set up your dimensional analysis. The thing you don't want goes on the bottom, centimeters, and the thing you do want goes on the top. So let's go back up here. I'll erase the, oops. I'll erase all, shoot. Oh my gosh. I'll erase all this. And then remember, you just have to remember King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk, and that's how you can figure out your conversion factor. So I'm doing centimeter to millimeter. So I'm going from here to here. So this one is the furthest to the left, so I'm going to put the 1 here. So 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter. And then I just have to go over 1 spot. So is 10 millimeters. So it's 25 times 10. So you end up with 250 millimeters. Okay? All right, let's try the next one. 0.005 kilograms. And this is the dimensional analysis way with the lines kilograms to decagrams, not decigrams. So find kilogram and find decagram. So I'm going to erase this. Oh, wow, lets me move that, huh? All right, so I'm going to find kilogram and I'm going to find decagram. So kilo is right here. Deca is right here. This one is the furthest to the left, so I give this a 1. So 1 goes next to my kilogram. And I go over 2 spots. So 100 decagrams. Okay? And then so you end up with, sorry, I kind of ran out of room, 0.5 decagrams. Okay? So let's finish up these last 2. Ooh, sorry about that. He has quite the screech. So 0.075 meters. So we're doing meters to centimeters. So come back up here. Again, I'll erase this because this was from the last problem. Meters to centimeters. Meters does not have a prefix in front of it. That's a base unit. So meters is here. Centimeters is here. So I'll put my 1 here. It's the furthest to the left. Okay, so 1 meter. So I'll put, so again, meters goes down here to cancel. Centimeters goes up here. 1 meter is, and then you go, okay, I'm going to go over 2 spots. 100 centimeters. Hopefully this one makes sense to you, right? A century is 100 years. Centimeter is 100 meters. Okay, and then so last one, 15 grams. We're going to do dimensional analysis again. So grams go on the bottom, milligrams go on the top. And you come back up here, you erase again, and you locate the grams and you locate the milligrams. So it looks like the grams is right here and the milligrams is right here. So my 1 is going to go next to my grams. And then we're going to figure out, this is 1, 2, 3 to get to milli. So 1,000 milligrams. And so you end up with 15,000 milligrams. Oops, I just realized I didn't solve for the last one. This is 0.075 times 100. So this is 7.5 centimeters. All right, so again, this worksheet I did ask you to do decimal push, but I do also want you to know how to do it the dimensional analysis way, because there will be questions that I will ask you to solve the problems showing your work of dimensional analysis, and I won't let you do the decimal push because dimensional analysis is really what we're going to use more often in here, because we won't always be working with the metric system. So I hope this video helped you a little bit. Talk to you guys later.